Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Charlene Lizette. These are going to be your August spirit messages. I am working together with the divine realm, so the divine team, archangels, guardian angels, guidance goddesses, spirit guides, any deities that may want to show up for you in your reading, and so on and so forth. I was really called to do this reading for you all. We have like half hour left in the Lion's Gate. Today is August 8th, 2020 when I am recording this. And so without further ado, I want to walk you through this. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this and you click the subscribe button. For those of you that are returning, thank you so much for your likes, your comments, your shares, your donations, your subscribes. If you're interested in a private reading with me, shoot me over an email. It's in the description box below. Because I am going to channel, I am going to hit my singing bowl right now, and I am going to do a little entryway prayer so I can channel directly. I am also using a new deck, which is I love it. It's very astrology based. It's called the Astral Soul Oracle deck. This is not by any means a sponsored post. I just really love this deck. It called to me so much. So I will read from the book because for these cards, I haven't learned them all off by heart yet, okay? Okay, so while you are looking at these cards, I want you to go ahead and close your eyes as I play the singing bowl, okay? And I want you to use your third eye, your intuition, your divine team to support you in picking one of these four piles. We are going to get in depth. We're going to talk about everything from career, love, life in general, and what we can expect in August and moving forward into the fall, okay? So it's going to be a lot of messages, okay? So now close your eyes and let's get started. Angels, archangels, guardian angels, guidance goddesses, and spirit guides, gratitude and adoration to my deity, the Morgan. I call upon the highest good of the greatest good of the purest white light to support me in guiding and providing channeled messages to the collective that is watching this pick a card reading for spirit messages for August. If there's any collective messages that need to come through for those watching this right now, please provide them to me through me. Before we get started and you pick your pile and we move forward, thank you, angels. There is a very strong message that was coming through as I was playing the singing bowl. And for those of you that live in the States, please prepare yourselves. I am not at liberty to disclose, nor will I be told what I need to say, other than to tell you all to brace yourselves. Although we are walking through a very healing energy and the veil is very thin, it is imperative and important to understand that at this moment There are energies at work which are pulling and tethering and separating the collective. And at this point, the divine team is asking all of you to please come together, to work together in unity, to notice and recognize that the tits for tats are meant on purpose to divide you and separate you and make you weaker. And because this game is being played into and the ego is kicking in, it is affecting greatly the energetic force and the ability for the collective and the society in the states to be protected and to be supported during this transition. And so to my brothers and sisters, please protect yourselves. Please brace yourselves. And please understand that everything that is happening not to you, but for you. As the shift needs to occur, and there must be a shift in energy and a shift in thinking and a shift in vibration that Mother Earth, Pachamama, Gaia, and the universe is calling upon to welcome in a new way of being and a new way of living that supports not only humanity, but that also supports the earth, the animals, the ecosystems, and the universe. Pray for those, ask for help, ask the divine team to protect and guide you, and more importantly, above all, be the change. Think about how you live from your ego, from I. Think about how you allow your inner critic and your ego to guide you daily. And now we will challenge you to shift that perspective and welcome in a new way of thinking, one that focuses on a collective unity, on raising the collective vibration, on supporting each other collectively, as a family, as a unit. You are no longer one, you are all, and you have always been all, but you have been divided individually into ones to keep you small and separated, and that is no longer being welcomed and no longer being accepted as part of the collective energy. All right. Whew, that was intense. Okay, so having said that, the Lionsgate portal is incredibly important now, because whether or not you are opening yourself up to the energies and receiving the messages are still being downloaded through you all. For some of you, you may find that it might be a little bit more challenging to walk in to this shift. And for others of you, you're already feeling it very much so, and you are walking into it with an open heart, open arms, open mind, okay? And really working on cracking open that third eye to connect to the divine realm. So before I place the crystals, we're gonna start from the side left, from my left, sorry. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. Okay? We're going to flip over now to crystals. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple more moments. I've placed the crystals starting from my left. It's Apophyllite. This crystal is absolutely stunning. It actually means to like fall away or to tear away or to pull away. I believe it's in the Greek language. Don't quote me on it, or the Latin language. You can Google it and research a little bit more about it. But notice how like there's all these different points. And actually when I look at it, I can see these lines. And to me, it's almost like whenever I meditate with this crystal or when I have it, I receive these really intense download. Very beautiful and very much connected to the divine realm, the angelic realm. It's also very, very good for healing. Then we got rainbow fluorite. This is a raw rainbow fluorite, so you can see that it hasn't been like polished or anything really. It's still got actually some dirt somewhere on it. It's very beautiful. Again, rainbow fluorite is very good for healing, for grounding, for connecting with the divine realm, okay? Then don't quote me on how to pronounce this crystal. I can't find the little paper for it. I can't remember if it's Gallic or galactic or something like that. But again, you can see it's very, very much looks like it's not even from this world. This is great for transmissions, receiving downloads, and connecting with the fifth dimension. And then finally we have selenite, which is a, you know, we always joke around and say it's like the poor witch's stone because it's inexpensive, but yet so beautiful. Great for healing, also connecting with the psychic team, okay? So with the psychic realm, tapping into your psychic abilities and cleansing and clearing other crystals. So go ahead and take a look at which crystal calls to you, okay? 1, 2, 3, or 4, and then check in the description box below to see the timestamp. All right, pile 1, if you pick Apophyllite, yes, Apophyllite, I can never pronounce this stone. This is your reading. It's so beautiful. As I'm sitting here and I'm receiving it, I very much feel as though you have been going through a dark night of the soul, almost like a big shakeup, a big massive awakening, and perhaps this is something that has come on very sudden for you, pile 1. This isn't like a, you know, I'm not saying that you just started your spiritual journey, but I feel like the awakening aspect of it, like the boom, okay, I'm here and I'm ready to do the work and, you know, diving deep into the dark night of the soul. It has very much happened for you fast. Very fast is the energy I'm getting. I'm also receiving here that you are very much a light worker. You might already be doing that for work. You know, Reiki healing, energy healing, theta healing, crystal healing, psychic as well, intuitive, downloads. Pay attention to your dreams, start a dream journal, okay? Those are just some of the clairaudient messages I heard. If you have never watched one of my videos before, I'm clairaudient, clairvoyant, clairsentient, and claircognizant, okay? So let's get started. So I'm gonna put them all down just so we can take a look at the messages. And as I shared in the beginning of the video, I am going to be reading for the astrological cards because I am not too familiar with them. I do want you to be able to see them. I've just gotten them. We're going to do the love cards at the end. You're already doing it. Break the chain. Oh, there we go. Those are those messages coming through right there that I had received in the beginning. Okay, and warrior woman, if you weren't afraid, what were you do? Okay, so a couple of things I'm going to say right now with the Virgo card right here, okay? I would really encourage you to take a look and see where your Virgo is in your natal chart. If you've never done your natal chart before, down in the description box, there's a link to astro.com. It's a free natal chart application. You just got to put in all your birth information and it'll populate one for you. Find out what house Virgo rules in your natal chart. Find out if you have any planets in Virgo, and then go and start typing those into like google.com. Type in like, you know, for example, 5th house in Virgo, or like Mercury in Virgo, and there's going to be information there for you. I also feel like this square, we're going to read into this square a little bit more, and Virgo as well, but this square that says resistance, struggle, obstacles, experience, effort, learning, conflict, obsession, problems is very much tied in with your messages from the Oracle card, work with your light. You're already doing it. Sorry, I'm so sorry about the lighting, you guys. I promise I'm going to invest in better lighting as the channel grows. Okay, stop overthinking it. Keep facing your true north. Then break the chain ancestral patterns. Can you see it? Might have to like scoot in there. Yeah, there you go. You can see it now. Great. Okay, I just got to lift myself up. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future, okay? And so that very much has to do with the struggles and the obstacles, right? When we carry on ancestral trauma, ancestral toxicity, and ancestral trauma, we end up being the ones in the family, and by we I mean pile 1, and like myself as well, like I'm one that has had to end a lot of the ancestral trauma. It's very hard because it's ingrained in our DNA, right? These patterns, these toxicities, these habits that keep us limited, that keep us blocked, that keep us lower vibrational, are really difficult to cut ties with, because it's not just cutting a cord. What you're really doing at this point is you are literally pulling the cord from from your ancestors. So years and years, generations and generations, and pulling all that trauma, dealing with it, which is a very heavy burden to deal with, and then releasing it. and letting it go and healing. So you're learning a new way of being. So maybe your family, you know, suffers from some type of like codependency or like substance abuse problems, or maybe there's abuse like verbal or emotional, physical, any of that type of stuff. And so because now you're rewriting it, you're learning how to not be like that. Right? You may have had some struggles with some types of abuse, codependency, alcoholism, that kind of stuff. But what I'm feeling like is that you've recognized this and now it's like you nipped it in the bud, right? And warrior woman, if you weren't afraid, what would you do? Naturally, right, when there's resistance and there's struggles and there's obstacles, which are all pointed in this square here in the astrology card, it very much, and it's interesting too because Virgo rules a home, right? And so, and so, wait, what, does Virgo rule a home? Am I talking shit out of my ass? No, that's Cancer that rules a home. Virgo, sorry guys. It's super late. It's like almost 12 o'clock. Sorry, back to what I was saying. I do feel like there's a connection with Virgo there, so we're going to look into it. If you weren't afraid, what would you do? Okay, so with warrior woman, okay, this is about coming into your power. So very much this energy of like you turning around and saying like, no, like I can do this, I will do this, I am doing this. Let's go into your tarot cards and then we'll pull out the other ones. Four of Swords. Okay, for me, the Four of Swords card always talks about, you know, seeking some type of counseling, therapy, psychologist, any of that kind of stuff, right? It also talks about like retreat, rest, refuel. It's a lot to do with like the self, right? Healing the self. Then we got death. Of course we got death. Why wouldn't we get death, right? You're going through this big transformation. And I said to you as well, right? Like I felt that very early on as I was looking at these cards. Then we got the King of Cups. You may be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or you may have prominent placements in your chart. You may even have Pluto in a water sign. Take a look and see if that's the case. Okay, but what this is more talking about is very much you finding balance in your emotions, no longer allowing your emotions to control you. Okay, no longer allowing your emotions to like kind of get the best of you in a sense, right? And affect you. Look at this, Eight of Cups, walking away from everything that's no longer emotionally serving you. Okay, Six of Pentacles, finding balance. Sorry about the ring light, you guys. And then the Three of Cups, celebration. So I truly, truly feel like there is massive breakthroughs that you're undergoing this month. That, you know, your guides, your angels, your masters, your teachers, your divine team want you to know you're already on this path. You've already let go with the Eight of Cups, right? You have already let it die. Let it die. So now it's not about overthinking it. No more paralysis analysis, right? Or analysis paralysis. You know, you're already doing it, okay? Don't let the resistance, the struggles, the obstacles make you feel like you're not on your way. Okay, very much so. I just heard some of you might have Virgo afflicted in your natal chart, so take a look at that as well. I am learning to be an astrologer. I'm nowhere near like ready to even do natal chart readings, but if you know somebody that you trust, that you feel is experienced, go and get your natal chart read. The Break the Chain Ancestral Patterns, Healing, Rewriting the Future. This is very much about balance, okay? Very much about balance. I am getting this tendency, especially because as I'm talking, I feel very like tongue-tied. And I feel like perhaps within your family home, perhaps within your, you know, your environment at home, you very much were in a family where like when people snap, they just lost their shit, right? They went really like very aggressive, very, maybe if they weren't physically abusive, they were very emotionally and verbally abusive. And so you've carried that on in your life and now you're rewriting this, right? You're changed. I'm not even gonna show you the rest cards, but like, look at this. Peaceful resolution is your angel card, okay? This is dying, like this is so beautiful. I am gonna have to push the cards up a little bit, okay? Your masters, your teachers, your divine team, your angels, they all want you to know this work that you've been doing has not gone unnoticed. You're so well on your way in the month of August. It's like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if some of you that are watching this are Taurus. or have Taurian in your chart. Okay, let me go through your angel cards and I'll finish off here. Okay, hold on. So we got for an angel message, you got Isabella. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture. A happy outcome follows your positive expectations. Okay, so very much again in alignment here. Okay, this is all about you starting a new chapter. Yes, the timing is right for this new venture with the Death card right here. Right? You walking away from everything that's not emotionally not serving you. Look at these cards too. This woman's on a path. Whether you're male or female, this woman's on a path. Same here. I do feel also for some of you, this is very much about getting into your divine feminine energy, okay? Your masters, your teachers, your angels, your archangels want you to know that even if you're male, it doesn't mean that you can't have like feminine energy within you. And if you're feminine, being feminine, right? Doing feminine things, taking care of yourself, that kind of stuff, it does not make you weak or lesser than. There's this big message coming through for some of you. You may have grown up in some types of environments where like being like the word weak, like you're weak, stop being weak. Nobody likes somebody who's weak. Man up, stop being a pussy. Like those are like the words I'm hearing, right? Like it's just very like aggressive and condescending and like very strong energy here. I am getting a male figure as I'm sharing this who's just very like controlling and may have even had substance abuse. I don't know why I looked at this King of Cups, and even though the King of Cups is not telling me the king holding the chalice of wine, I just got this imagery of like the drinking. Even the Three of Cups can sometimes denote drinking, although that's not what the message is here. I'm very much picking that up. Okay, your soul's journaling message. These are mandalas and they're mantras. Okay, I'm going to read it out to you, and then I want you to take a couple of moments and really look into the image. Okay, almost like use your third eye and your eyes to pinpoint right into the center of this image. Okay, it says balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. Now just take a look. I'm going to try and get the whole camera there. There you go. Just for a few more seconds. Absorb that balance. Absorb that calm energy. Okay? I will touch on a little bit of your love life as well, so hang tight, but we're going to do that at the end, okay? So the message you got from your guidance goddesses is sacred place. Create an altar or visit a power place to connect with the divine. Yeah, very much. This is very much about you coming into your ability to connect, like it's your spiritual awakening journey, very much so. It's now you're connecting in with your team, and it's like you're not using them, that's the wrong word, but you're working with them, you're working together with them, okay, to be able to receive messages, download information, okay, get the information that you are seeking. In August, what you're also going to be experiencing is walking away from relationships that are no longer serving you, friendships, connections, romantic relationships, like anything and everything that you feel that is not in alignment with your life is going to be shut off for you, okay? You're also going to find that in August, even like August going into September, you're very, very much going to be tapping into your spirituality. That's why I believe this altar showed up, because death is telling me that you're letting like whatever stories, right? Whatever stories that were told to you, oh, like you know, people who meditate are weird, or like that shit doesn't work, this is all woo woo, that kind of conversations, right? There's like a very much this negative energy around you, and you've worked very hard at releasing yourself from it. And so you're going to very much be doing exactly what you feel called to do in your energy, in your space, in your life. And it's going to work very well for you. You will have like success. Anything that you want in your life right now is literally within your grasp, within your reach. this square within your natal chart, we're going to read it in a minute, okay, that you may have, okay, or you're Virgo afflicted in your natal charts, are the things that are really calling on you to work on, okay? Without, you know what, before I pull on these, let me pull up this card because I'm very much called to read this, okay? So naturally, Virgo rules from August 23rd to September 22nd. So maybe around Virgo season towards the end of August, this will all be transpiring like quickly, okay? Its element is earth, so very much about getting rooted, getting grounded, connecting with earth, okay? A ruling planet is Mercury. There's that speech. Remember I was saying I was having a hard time speaking. The intestines, liver, and the abdomen, okay? So if you're finding that like maybe you're constipated or bloated or having problems with your indigestion, this is very much calling for you to work on that sacral chakra, okay? So I'm going to read this for you, okay? The sixth sign of the zodiac is possibly one of the most practical signs out of the 12. Ruled by Mercury, Virgo people are down to earth, analytical, methodical, and very organized. They often feel the need to be very helpful and offer acts of service to others while also constantly improving themselves. When out of balance, Virgo can over-worry about things, become extremely self-critical and petty. So there's that you're already doing it. Stop overthinking it. You're already facing your true north, right? Let's look at the square here. Sorry, you guys. Thanks so much for being patient as I do this. Where is the square? Where is, oh, these are the asteroids, the nodes, the retrograde planets, Juno, Vesta. Where is the square? As you can see, this is very new for me, and I did not want to speak without actually giving the opportunity to read these books out for you, okay? This aspect has an inharmonic nature between planets, which requires effort and consistent work as well as dedication in order to fully integrate and master. A square most of the time represents an energy that must be released. There's that releasing, right? Breaking the ancestral patterns, rewriting the future, okay? Between realities to be built so that one can cross over to it. Because of this, squares often represent challenges and uncomfortable experiences in the native's life. The only way to overcome a square is by dealing with it. Otherwise, its negative effect may get more intense over time. I feel like you've hit that. There's this message here about enough is enough. You've reached the boiling point, the catalyst, which now has been a sufficient amount of adversity for you to switch over and recognize that this chapter of your life is now done. And you are opening your book and rewriting the future because you are no longer taking the generational trauma from your ancestors, your family, your father, your mother. What you are doing is beginning something completely new, which will bring you joy and happiness and also a very, very happy life with your family, with your partner, and with children if you desire to have some. Okay, so let's look at your deities, spirit guides, and anyone in the divine realm. So these are the cards I was called to. These cards are called, sorry, sometimes on my channel I lose my eyesight, so I'm just trying to bring it back. Keepers of the light, okay? So this is Odin, psychic insight. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Okay, synchronicity. And as I say that, 3:33 on the clock for me anyways. Then you got Serenus, life force. Express your driving passion. Sexual and sensual powers are increased. Okay. I would even maybe encourage you to think about doing some masturbation manifestation. There is going to be a video that I'm going to be posting about it, okay? And then finally, hope, love and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. All this, especially if you are single or if you feel like maybe what you are letting go of this time around is a relationship, like what you're putting an end to is a relationship where you feel like you can't find these healthy relationships with really good boundaries and like that are very loving and balanced. because that's what you're seeking, right? With the Six of Pentacles, the Death, the King of Cups, very emotionally balanced, the Warrior Woman, the Three of Cups. This is telling me that as you work through breaking these ancestral patterns, this healing, this rewriting the future, as you connect more with your divine team, as you venture on and recognize that yes, you are capable of having this life, and you put all your energy towards it, and you find peaceful resolution, and you find balance in your mind space, you will attract this great love of your life. And if you currently don't have a partner, this love of your life will come into your life to show you what a healthy relationship is, to show you balance, to show you harmony. I just saw an image of you two sitting at a picnic, like around green and trees and this beautiful like picnic laid out, and you're both like not laying down, but like sitting down and reading books and eating grapes and just enjoying in the simple pleasures of life. And for those of you in a relationship, if you're finding that you've been having like ebbs and flows in your relationship or struggles, as you heal this, as you become this warrior woman, as you start this new chapter in your life, you very much will attract harmony, forgiveness, balance, and love into your relationship. Okay, you may be called on to work with Odin or Serenus or Hope, so I would research them and look into them a little bit further. You know, I keep looking at Odin and the King of Cups, and there is this call here, this work together here. So let's pull out your romance card and we'll wrap this up. Okay, yes, look at this. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Okay, so yes, whatever romantic desires you want in the month of August, they're real. You are allowed to have them. And if you're finding that this person or people that you are talking to at this moment are not reciprocating in these feelings, understand what Hope shares with you. That love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Walk away. Death. End. Goodbye to anything that is not serving you. Leave those emotions that are unfulfilling, that leave you feeling lesser than, unlovable, or unloved behind, okay? You are creating and bringing in balance into your life, okay? You are bringing joy and happiness. There's peaceful resolution here. And for many of you, the work that you do will benefit greatly when you connect with a psychologist, a therapist, a counselor, or even if you start doing a lot of self-love work, okay? So reading self-help books, taking care of you, nurturing your body, yourself. Over on Instagram, if you're not following me, check out the description box below. There's a link. Over on Instagram, there's actually a post I created where I walk through 6 or 7 different ways to provide self-love to yourself. All right, group 1, that is your reading. If you like this reading, let me know. Give it a thumbs up. Comment below. Let me know what you thought of group 1 or pile 1. I would love to hear from you and hear how this resonated from you. I know this is a lot of information, but I just felt like it was much needed, and I'm so grateful that we've been able to do this as we, I was looking at the time, it's 12:11, as we walk through this Lion's Gate portal. All right, that's it. That's it, group 1. Peace out. Thank you so much. Hey, group 2, if you picked pile 2, the rainbow fluorite, this is your message, okay? I'm gonna see if I get anything clairaudiently or anything from the crystals. It's time to heal your broken heart. It's okay to feel for the loss of what no longer is. It's okay to yearn and miss and desire, but understand that love comes from within. Deep in your heart is where you'll find the greatest and deepest love of all. One that fills you and supports you. Archangel Metatron actually just came through, and he said to meditate with him, for him, to him. Okay, I'm just going to show you this. And let's get started. There's a lot of cards going on, okay? With the astrology cards, because I am fairly new to them, I am going to read from the book, okay? So you got stellium and Sagittarius. So some of you may have a stellium in your natal chart. And also I would encourage you to check out where Sagittarius is in your natal chart. Some of you may also even have a stellium in Sagittarius in one of your houses. We'll walk through what this means in a minute, okay? Then we got inner temple devotion, turn into the portal of your heart. So funny that that showed up. Well, not funny, just more in alignment, right? The divine in alignment. Leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. Fill up your well, rest, retreat, refuel. The angel message you got is Isaiah. It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I am watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these changes. It's very much in alignment with this leap card here, okay? I'm going to pull out the tarot cards. Oh my god, what a mess. What happened here? I made a mess of them, sorry. I'm going to pull out the tarot cards and see what those say, and then I'll read more into the astrology in the book, okay? So you got the High Priestess. You may be a Pisces or have Pisces in your natal chart. The Four of Pentacles, I don't do reversals, and then the Knight of Swords. This is very much that message of like healing your heart, this vulnerability, right? Two of Swords. Take a look at how in the Two of Swords, the man is hooded and crossed with the swords and the heart is full there. It's like he doesn't want to listen to what his heart is asking of him. And it's interesting too, because the inner temple says devotion, tune into the portal of your heart. Then you got the Queen of Swords, and then the World. So it's beautiful that you begin your tarot cards with the High Priestess and end with the World. This is a new chapter here, and I believe that that's why the leap, you go first, the universe will catch you, has showed up from your masters, your teachers, your angels. The Queen of Swords, you know, I was reading this card because I've been getting it lately, and sometimes the Queen of Swords has this like very negative connotation to her, right? She's cold, she's logical, she's methodical, she's cutthroat. But what I was reading in this particular deck, very much so, is that she is connected, right? She ebbs and flows. And so because she works with their like butterflies, she understands that there's a very much a connection here with the world in between, right? What happens? A caterpillar is a caterpillar, and then they cocoon, and they kind of die when they cocoon, and then they morph into a butterfly. And so there's that big energy here, right? It's like understanding that you will always be a caterpillar at heart, but now it's time to morph into that butterfly and end this chapter in your life, right? Because it's very much time for you to come into your power. The High Priestess is very intuitive, very much connected with that world, right? That world of in between. I feel also too with this Knight of Swords and the fill up your well, rest, retreat, refuel, you like to move very fast, okay? There is this, especially Sagittarius, fast, fiery energy, right? Some of you might be traveling in August or get this itch to travel. One of the messages I just received was don't travel, but astral travel if you need to travel anywhere. So make sure you do your research before you astral travel, especially if you've never astral traveled before, okay? But you are protected during these changes because there is a shift here. Some of you might not actually be traveling like, you know, from one country to another, but you may be moving homes, okay? And you might be afraid to move homes, afraid to leave behind, you know, what it is that you're leaving behind. Some of you may have been going through a breakup, and so you're like, you know, moving now into your own space. Others of you are just, there's this call here to take a step back, plan, prepare, okay? Trust your intuition in the steps that you're going forward. Trust that the universe is going to have your back with this Leap You Go First card, right? Especially with the High Priestess. It's like you got to listen, right? You got to listen, inner temple, devotion, portal of your heart. You got to listen to your intuition, listen to your heart, and then jump, okay? And know that the universe is going to catch you. For some of you, this full moon that we're having, what are we in, August 3rd? Oh, I didn't even check when the full moon is. Is it September 3rd? No, it's not. What are we? Let me see if my watch will tell me. Hang tight, you guys. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know how to use my watch. Nope. Anyways, we'll find out later. I'll look, and now I'm just dropping shit. I'll look into it and comment on it below. Or if you know when the next full moon is, take a look at it. I can't remember. Oh my gosh. Honestly, I feel like I've had this like mush brain in the last little bit. And I feel like it's just because I'm receiving so many downloads into my like unconscious being that like this part of me is just like blah, blah. Okay, let's read into the astrology book. Okay, so Sagittarius is November 22nd to December 21st. So something may be happening during that time for you, okay? I know it's towards the end of the year, but I do need to share that with you. I do need to say that for some of you, there may be this ending or this cycle that is completing around that time. Fire element. Ruling planet is Jupiter, so that is luck, that is expansion. It grows and it grows, okay? And like I keep looking at the circle of leap. You can't really see it here, but like, see how big it is? And then the world. So I do get this energy that something will be happening during a full moon for you. Sagittarius is also your body, the hips, the arteries, pelvis, and thighs, okay? Sagittarius is the 9th house of the zodiac, depicted by a centaur, half man, half horse, which represents the powerful connection between our physical body and our mind. Ruled by Jupiter, they are adventurous, aspirational, optimistic, and seek occurrences that help them to free their spirit and open their hearts. While Sagittarius values the most is honesty and experiences that allows them to reach a higher level of consciousness. When out of balance, Sagittarius can become intolerant, arrogant, or have ridiculously high standards. So maybe that's where you're choosing to like block your heart a bit with this 4 of Pentacles and this 2 of Swords. There's almost like this message coming through, very much what I channeled in the beginning when I was holding the crystal. It's time for you to crack this open, to tune into it, to not deny what it feels, how it feels, what it's experiencing, just to allow it to be, to feel, like it's to just be in your feelings, very much so. Okay, let's take a look and let me read what stellium means, okay? So I know stellium means that it's 3 or more planets in a house, but I do want to read to you exactly what it says. Sextile, square, opposition, trine. No, that's major aspects. The vertex, Lilith, the asteroids. That's Creon, Ceres, Pallas, Vesta, Juno, Mercury retrograde, the moon phases. Oh, interesting. I haven't seen one of those. But of course, the nodes. Where is this? Sorry, you guys. Maybe I'm not going to get... Oh, here it is. Sorry. Okay, a stellium is defined as a group of several planets in a single sign of the zodiac house. This cluster of planets leads to an emphasis on that particular sign and house in the chart. Depending on the source, some astrologers consider 3 as a stellium, and others consider a stellium as 4 or more. A stellium can signify that one will have to make more of an effort to adapt to external circumstances, or it can emphasize the qualities of a sign house that needs to be fully developed and embraced. Yeah, some of you might have stelliums in Pisces, Sagittarius, okay? But there is here this call very much to like tap into that energy of the stellium, okay? For those of you that don't have stelliums in your chart, I would encourage you to take a look and see what houses in your natal chart have the most planets. and focus on those houses. There's messages there to be said, okay, that can help you here as you tune into the portal of your house, a heart, as you leap in, as you are able to move forward in your life, okay, as you're able to complete this cycle using your intuition and using your connection between the realm of like death, rebirth, luck, acceptance, embracing all. Okay, so this card is a soul's journey. They have mandalas, which you can look into, and then there's also mantras. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read what the mandala says, and then I'm also going to show you the image, and I want you to focus right on the center using your third eye and your eyes, and really take in the energy of this image, okay? If this says freedom, I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So just take a look at that and absorb that energy, the message of freedom. Understand and know that the world is your oyster and that you are allowed to create anything in your life that you desire and to have and to attract. To me, this is connected with this leap here, this world, this chapter that's ended for you. This healing now, your ability to be free. Your heart doesn't belong to anybody but you, right? You own your heart. We'll do romance at the end. Okay. This is your message from your guidance goddesses. Maeve, cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energies, levels, and emotions. You got a lot of purple and a lot of blue. So that's throat chakra, speaking your truth, and your third eye, okay? Chakra. Sorry, sometimes I mispronounce chakra. Sometimes I mispronounce a lot of words, to be honest with you. There is something that's wrapping up here. The world, leap. I'm wanting to see if anything comes through downloads. Sometimes we don't even have to do like direct channeled messages. We can just look at the cards and they'll confirm exactly the energy that is being felt through the cards. Big, happy changes like that. It's time. It's time, group 2. It's time for you to be able to feel that, okay? To experience it, to understand that you deserve it, that it is yours. Okay, now I'm going to pull 3 cards. These may be deities, goddesses, spirit guides, keepers of the light. This is an oracle deck that I have. And you got Radha, soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself. Experience relationship, harmony, and healing. Listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. For some of you, you ended a relationship. Maybe like, I don't know, I'm not saying like yesterday, but like in the near past. And it had left you feeling a little bit stuck, like you can't open your heart up anymore, like you're not allowed to love anymore, or maybe this relationship was a little bit toxic, maybe kept you a little bit limited, and now you've really like held yourself very tight and not allowed yourself to experience love, right? And so Radha, soul flame, rediscover a lost part of yourself. This is very much about tapping into you. This is like a chapter of you creating your own life. Whatever you've ever wanted into your life literally is at your fingertips. You can have it all. And I feel like as you work on yourself, as you create your own life, not a life that your parents wanted, not a life that your ex wanted, not a life that Bob, Joe, Dick, Harry, and whoever else wanted, a life that you wanted, okay, that you want. So you create it for yourself. Some of you may be connected with like deities from like Hindu cultures, okay, because we also have Krishna here. Devotion, trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally, okay? There's Krishna. I'm just trying to see, something's wanting to come through, so just give me a minute. Let me just open myself up to it. Be the fierce lion within. Know that you are limitless. Understand that you have this ability to be able to shine bright. For those of you that are women that are watching this, your heart will heal in time as you take care of it, you nurture it, and you feed it that energy of self-love and self-worth and self-value. Your happiness does not depend on anybody else's opinion but your own. You are your own happiness. And now you will design and create a life not full of fear or limitations or blockages or controlling energy. Do not block yourself from this gift, but open up to it with arms wide and welcome in this new chapter of your life, which is guaranteed to show you how powerful and how gifted you are and how blessed you are. Your divine team is with you. Focused intention from Diana. Think about what you desire. Set your sights high. Expect the best possible outcome. Just like that. Okay? This is very powerful. This is very much about connecting with the divine, with the self. Whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. But this is like you begin this new chapter for you, nobody else, just for you. And whoever sheds and falls off to the wayside, it was time for them to go anyways. Then unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Right, and that was that energy that I was feeling, right? This broken heart energy, this single, having to leave a home, having to start on your own, you know, but you knew that. You knew this person was not meant for you, right? And maybe this person wasn't even like your last partner. It's like somebody that you still hold on to. And now you're finally opening up your heart to understanding that it's time for you now to design your own home, your own life. And those that are meant to fit into it will fit into it. I promise you that. All right, group 2, pile 2, the ones that picked Rainbow Flourite. That is your reading for Spirit Messages for August 2020. Let me know what you thought of this reading in the description box below. Go follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, and all that fun stuff. All the links are also in the description box below, as well as if you'd like a private reading, shoot me an email. Please like this video, comment below, let me know what you thought, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. All right, that's it for now. We'll see you later, alligator. Peace out. Hey pile 3, welcome to your reading, or group 3. If you picked Galactic, I can't remember what this stone is called. This is very much for you, okay? The reading, this message that I'm getting, and I was getting it even before I picked up this stone. It's coming through so strong. E.T. phone home. I never belonged. I never fit into anything. I was always the odd one out. I'm not from this world, or I didn't feel like I belonged to my family, or I belonged in this world. And that's because group 3, you're not. Okay? some of us end up incarnating and coming into, and this is my belief system, into this world from other galaxies and other dimensions and other realms, worlds, okay? And you're very much not from this world. I'm getting very heavy Palladian, Arturian, Lemurian, reptilian, like it's just, you are not from here. And you know, I think that growing up, the energy, the message that I'm getting, that I'm receiving very much is like, you may have been bullied, you may have felt like the odd man or woman out, you may have not had many friends, you may have been like labeled that like a loner type, or you kept to yourself or very shy, introverted, and perhaps when you were younger, it may have felt like it was a burden. But now, as you're getting older and as you're maturing and as you're growing, the realization has come to you, and that is that you're very special and you're very unique and you have a very, very divine purpose. Some of you may have even been adopted. I get this sense that, like, and I'm gonna get a little bit emotional here. So, I want to go home. I want to be home. Your work's not done here, though, Group 3. For many of you, your work is just beginning. All right, let's get into this reading. So the astrology cards, I'm not too familiar with them, and so I will read from their book just so that I make sure I provide you the right messages. Transformation, things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing, counsel of the light, divine orchestration, helpers in the subtle realms, very much so. I'll show them to you in a minute. Starseed, what lights you up? Thank you, angels, archangels, for a confirmation. There you are. I also feel them very much around me right now. Like they've come to say that they are with you, and that therefore they're with me. Yoga, exercise, and exercise are essential to your well-being, peace of mind, and spiritual growth right now, okay? Very much, it's time for you to connect with them, okay? If you have not been connecting with your divine team or meditating and connecting with your higher self, it's encouraged that you do so, okay? Let me pull out your tarot and then we'll read into the astrology. The astrology cards you got, I'll show them to you quickly. This is the house of higher and elevated thought, as well as expansion. It covers long distance travels, foreign languages, inspiration, optimism, publications, higher education, spirituality, philosophy, religion, ideals, morals, and ethics. Don't quote me on this, but I think this is either the 10th or the 11th house. Forgive me, I'm still learning. And then we got the second house. This is the house of resources, material possessions, and values. Here's where we see our belongings, wealth, and finances, as well as the pillars on which material, intellectual, and emotionally security is developed. So it's I know and I have. And this is very interesting that this card came up because it very much talks to me about like this emotional security that you desire. I would also encourage you, like, we'll take a look and find out if this is the 10th house or not. But I would encourage you to look into your second house and your 10th house in your natal chart. If you've never done that before, you don't know how, there's links in the description box below to astro.com, and astro.com will provide you with Knight of Pentacles, the Magician, the King of Pentacles. The astro.com will provide you with a natal chart, okay? So you can get that done and read it. And then you could be able to see like, okay, this is the planet, or sorry, the planets in this house and they're ruled by this sign. And then you can Google like, you know, what does it mean to have Scorpio in my second house or something like that. Justice, the Queen of Cups, and the Five of Cups. I was told, no, leave this here. Because I was like, oh, the Five of Cups feels like a weird way to end it. And they were like, no, leave it here. You'll see why in a minute. I'm going to read the tarot books, or sorry, the astrology books, and then we'll go. Okay, so second house. So the second house is ruled by Taurus and Venus. Belongings, values, feelings, resources, comfort, passions, money, and expenses. The second house, also known as the house of value, is all about possessions, money, our expenses, and the material things that the native owns and gains. The second house rules everything that involves the financial standing of the native. Interesting too, because you got the King of Pentacles, okay? So I do feel like some of you are very, very financially wealthy, or are in this trajectory, or have created a life so that you can be financially wealthy. On top of that, the house also represents the native's feelings towards his possessions, mainly because in most cases the feelings towards material things are the drive and the urge that creates or gains them in the first place. The second house not only ruled possessions but also desires that one has about what he wants to acquire and own. Curiously enough, it also rules self-esteem and then a connection between owning and feeling worthy. Do you guys hear that? So now let's look into, was I right? Oh, I wasn't. Sorry, that's the 11th house. As you can tell, I'm still learning my houses. So it's the 11th house. So it's ruled by, its element is air. It's ruled by Aquarius and Uranus. Social groups, friends, objectives, organizations, memberships, artistic unions, political parties, religion, and social media. The 11th house, also known as the house of friendships, rules friends, groups, and any types of organization where the native belongs. This house focuses on how one interacts with organized patterns of people and how they blend into collective structures. It rules all social groups with memberships of any kinds, from gym clubs, football fans, political parties, artistic unions, a church or religion, secret occults, groups, hopes, dreams, and goals, wishes also belong to this house. The 11th house also rules social causes and one's individual actions to help humanity reach a higher level of growth and expansion where one can experiment a feeling of interconnectedness. Social media and technology are also seen in this house. You know, as I was reading that, I just got this big download, this big message here. Some of you, because you perhaps have not felt like you belong on earth, or that you are alone on earth, or that you are, you feel like you don't fit in, or perhaps didn't fit in when you were younger, have moved forward and gone through in your adulthood now into this direction where you continuously work towards having as much financial or material abundance as possible, because having like a lot of money in the bank, or a big house, or a nice car, or like these things, these nice lavish things in your home, at least allow you the opportunity to create this home, this safe space for yourself, right? Or at least you can turn around and be like, okay, well, maybe I'm missing and longing for home, right? What lights you up, right? How are you connected to the divine, right? The Queen of Cups, very psychic, right? Very much connected to the spiritual world. How can I connect to them? And so what you do is you go ahead and find a way to procure things to make you feel connected to them. Some of you may very well purchase like a lot of crystals, or have a lot of different divination tools, or maybe like to book a lot of like astral projection, or look into astral projection, or like book Akashic records, or like tarot readings, or energy healing, any of that kind of stuff. And it's your way of being able to connect with back home. So my office is in the back, and you can hear, I live right off of a main street, so even though it's 12:46 in the morning, it's still pretty noisy. Let me see what else your masters, teachers, loved ones have for you, and then we'll go deeper into the reading. This transformation that you're undergoing right now is very much putting you in this position where a part of you feels regret, loss, mourns the old things, right? Like the old way of living. But then there's also this other aspect of you where you're turning around now. Now I see why this Five of Cups is at the end, because you're turning around now and you're saying, you know what? Like, yes, I can feel sad for all these things that happened to me when I was younger. But it doesn't mean that those things happened as a form of punishment. They more happened as a form of building me up to this person I am today. The transformation card, things are changing at a cellular level, deep healing, with the King of Pentacles, with the Magician, with the Justice, with the Queen of Pentacles. This is very powerful right here. Very powerful. Okay, for some of you, this is about partnership. This is about relationships. For others of you, it is about using justice, receiving your karma, manifesting and designing exactly this life for yourself in August through this transformation, right? Through realizing that indeed your uniqueness, your quirks, what made you different, what makes you different is your power. It's your superpower. And I truly feel some of you might be graduating from school, others of you might be coming into like a divine union, and others of you are working really, really, really hard, okay, at being able to create these businesses. The second house, the I have, it's like you are figuring out every which way that is outside of the box thinking to attract all this financial abundance to you. Okay, very much connect to your divine team, with Ray saying that yoga and exercise are essential to your well-being, with the Council of the Light here, with the Starseed, what lights you up, okay? It's time now, okay? It's time now for you to call on to your team. Look at this Starseed card. I want you to look at it, because for me, it's like I feel like when you look at it, you'll be like, that's where I want to go. And I do get this energy like you're well on your way there to owning in that power, okay? For others of you in August, the message I'm receiving from your masters, your teachers, your guides is that karma's coming in here to clean up house. Okay, the guidance goddess card that you got was Erakura, blossoming. You're just getting started, to have patience with yourself in the process. Do not give up. And that's very clear here in the Knight of Pentacles. Transformations don't happen overnight, right? Even if we talk about people who have become wealthy or people who have lost weight, whatever that may look like for you, right? Each of you is going to be individual, but with this the second house here that's ruled by Taurus, I do get this energy, and I do get this call here of like wanting to have your business blow up, and I do see that it will eventually happen, okay? So don't feel discouraged because like you don't go viral on YouTube or on social media or whatever in the month of August, okay? Baby steps, okay? It may happen for you during Libra season, right? Or it may happen to you not in Virgo season, but maybe in Capricorn season, right? You're blossoming, you're just getting started. This is about respecting and understanding and taking your time, okay? Not about rushing things. That's what the Knight of Pentacles is here to remind you. Go slow towards your money. Be logical and methodical. The Knight of Pentacles often gets like this bad rap, right? Because he's so freaking slow sometimes. So slow. Some people even give it like, oh, when the Knight of Pentacles show up, it's like a year from now, right? And you're probably going, oh my God, like a year from now? But you gotta understand, like, while you're doing all this work here in this physical realm, your divine counsel, right? Your counsel of the light, right? Your transformation's occurring, you're manifesting, you're creating, you're blossoming. And so you gotta give things time, right? You gotta build the foundation. Lots of watery energy here. Let me know in the comments below if you are a water sign group number 3. But I am getting this energy very watery. And it's funny, look at this, happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. So no more of this Debbie Downer melancholy energy, okay? Feel it, be in it, and then release it, right? Because it's not to say that you're not allowed to feel down, like those people that are all like love and light all the time need to okay? Because we are allowed to feel our feels. But after we feel our feels, we move into action, we transform, we find balance, we manifest, right? We blossom. That's why I think this meditation and exercise card has shown up for you. It's saying work on self, right? So I'm going to show you this imagery because these are mantras, but they're also mandalas. So I want you to take in with your third eye and also with your like physical eyes, this imagery. Okay, and allow it to wash over you and feel the energy of happiness. So it says happiness. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Take a look at that image. What does it make you feel? Envision that happiness in your life. Envision the life that you've always desired. How do you create it? Are there a lot of baby steps? Understand that that's okay. Day by day, step by step, show up and do the work and know that the universe is going to support you in this journey. Follow what lights you up because that's what will bring you happiness. Your angel message is abundance. Thank you, angels, archangels. If you've been worrying about money, okay, the Knight of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, the Magician's right in the middle, okay? You gotta work, manifest it, believe it, abundance, okay? Not sure if you had an opportunity to join my money manifestation workshop, but I think I am going to be putting like it on Patreon or something like that, where I'm going to create a course or Udemy, something like that, where you can learn how to attract financial abundance into your life. But look, money is here for you, abundance, okay? If this is not the divine and the angels really supporting us and being able to provide this message for you, like, I don't know what it is. And abundance also connects with the second house. Worry not, my friends, okay? If money has been tight for you, believe, receive, attract that financial abundance. See right here, I have my money jar. Create a money jar for yourself as well, okay? Let me look at these. These are like deities, goddesses, guidance goddesses, keepers of the light, okay? Mercury, open communication. Get the weight off your chest, speak up with love and be heard. Okay, you got the divine director, intervention. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. You got holy amethyst, divine alchemy. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. Yeah, there's that 5 of cups coming through, okay? So Mercury, open communication. In Greek mythology, this is Hermes, okay? So you can go and research what the Greek god Hermes is all about. And it's funny too because magician is also ruled by Mercury as well. And then the divine director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're guided. Happiness is your purpose, okay? And that's the divine orchestration. Look at them working together to support you. And then we got holy amethyst, divine alchemy. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. Very much that 5 of cups, right? If you have amethyst at home, go ahead and use it, okay, in your meditations. But no more being in the 5 of cups. Switch that energy to that happiness energy, okay? And now let's look at your romance card. Give your relationship a chance. Work on your partnership, okay? So for me, this is, you know, it's funny because I wanted to turn around and say, like, yeah, it has to do with love, like romance. But I almost get this energy of, like, this is about all your relationships, okay? This is an opportunity for you to work on all the relationships in your life, okay? And if you are struggling right now in your love life, know that relationships take work, okay? So if you feel like it's not fitting, know that it's okay, that working on it sometimes means letting go, but more like understand what options you can have, right? If you're always Debbie Downer about a relationship, that's all you're projecting into the relationship, okay? And know that it takes work, right? There's balance here, but I did say there's some union happening here. Something is going to be happening, okay? Because the King of Pentacles, the Justice, and the Queen of Cups, Justice right here sometimes talks about contracts, like commitments. Maybe some of you may be working on, what's that document? when you're getting married, a prenup, okay, you might be having obstacles with that, but just know that like all this stuff is all working for you, okay? And maybe some of you, because you've been so focused on the your money, your financial abundance, your financial wealth, and because also you feel like you're maybe not even from this world, you might have been feeling disconnected in your romantic relationships. Give some time to your relationship right now. Put energy into your relationship right now, okay? Take August and September as some time to be able to enjoy your love life. All right, that is your reading for August. For spirit messages, let me know what you thought of this reading in the comment below. Group 3, I would love to hear from you. Please give this video a thumbs up. It totally helps my channel. And if you're interested in a private reading, shoot me an email in the description box below, as well as you can find links on how to follow me over across all social media there as well. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you later, alligator. Peace out. Okay, last but not least, we have group number 4 or pile number 4. If you picked the Selenite, this reading is for you. What I've been doing is I've been picking up the, some of you have had past lives in the Roman times, the Roman empires. Some of you are into Roman mythology. Some of you are yearning for the water. So sorry. So what have been doing is I have been looking at the crystals and letting them provide me with messages for you, and yours just was like, bleh. I just needed to spit it out there, so that's what I'm doing. I'm just trying to see what else it's saying to me. Some of you may have experienced some type of death recently. I am sorry if that's happened to you. Or you may have been you may be mourning somebody, like missing somebody, not necessarily maybe like a death, but just feel like you wish you could have this person back in your life. But for the majority of you, the big energy that I'm picking up on, oh my God, the raccoons are out to play in my backyard again. The big energy I'm picking up on is like, boom, this connection to your psychic abilities. You very much have been working on opening up your third eye, trusting your intuition more. Let's see what else comes through, okay? Sometimes channeled messages just kind of like verbally diarrhea out, and so I gotta say it. Oh, Pallas Athene. Okay, I can't wait to read this for you. Inner wisdom. There it is. Libra, balance. Okay, the astrology cards I will read from the book because I haven't. Come on, you guys. What did I just say to you? Very much, boom, cracking open that third eye. Okay, Pallas Athene, inner wisdom. Libra. Okay, so I would encourage you just right off the bat to take a look at your natal chart and see which house Libra rules. If you don't know how to do that, there's a link in the description box below on how to get your natal chart for free. Gotta put in your birth details, and then once you do that, you'll be able to receive all the information, and you can look at like your natal chart and see, okay, like, you know, my Libra rules my 5th house, whatever, okay? Then you got the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Yeah, I felt that very much so. It's like, remember when I said the Roman Empire? Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. Sorry, this is the last one, so I'm a little bit bleh. My voice is kind of going, but this awakening is like you literally have walked into like this crack open, and then Akasha, your guidance is divinely guided. Definitely look into getting your Akashic records read. It's very much calling on to you right now. Okay. Your angel message is Archangel Michael. I am with you, giving you the courage to make life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose. You guys are very much healers. I'm picking that up big time. Okay, let's see what your tarot cards have to say. But I'm picking up big time that you are healers. It's like some of you, this year, COVID, whatever, has kind of like shown you, oh crap, okay, I gotta get into my purpose. Six of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the Tower. Yeah. Boom. Goodbye. All this dilly-dallying bullshit, not working anymore. The Tower. How can you have an awakening if you don't have a Tower moment? It's got to come, right? And it's scary. It can get overwhelming, right? Lots of Dark Night of the Soul energy. Lots of like tapping into these different realms, these different ways of being, these different energetic frequencies that perhaps some of you may have not been like used to before. And so all of a sudden you're like, whoa, what is happening here? And you got the Four of Wands, the Five of Swords, and the Knight of Wands. And so just as fast as you experience this like Tower moment, boom, you kick in high gear into this Four of Wands, the celebration, because you finally have shed. You have shed and you're like, I'm awakening. I am rising up. I am connecting with the divine. I am like elevating my consciousness, my spirituality, my connection with, the divine realm. I will say like a word of caution here with this Five of Swords. People might turn around and be like, oh, what are you talking about? Like, it's impossible for that stuff to exist. This is like woo-wah, this is woo-woo, this stuff doesn't make any sense. Like, you might get a lot of like naysayers as you transform, because I am getting this big energy of transformation here for you. It's like, this is time, right? This is time now to tap into your inner wisdom and boom, come out of it and become now. Perhaps some of you might become an Akashic readers. Some of you might go into healing work. And this actually reminds me very much of pile number one in some regards, not all, right? And I think because you are moving so fast, like maybe before you had a really boring like corporate job and now all of a sudden, boom, you're like, nope, I'm leaving my corporate job behind. I am going to study to be an Akashic reader, or I am going to open up my own metaphysical store, or I am going to study Reiki. So you're taking like a big drastic change, right? Because the Six of Pentacles, just whenever I see the Six of Pentacles, I always think of like bankers. And like, no hate to those that work in the corporate world. Like, I get it, been there, done that. But I get this big energy here of like, you're so fucking over it. Like, you hated that job so much. It was like a mundane dead-end job for you that you were just like, I can't deal with this life anymore. Like, look at this. Like, were you the rich guy giving to the poor, or the poor begging to the rich, right? And you're like, I can't. And interesting too, because the Swords is Libra energy as well. And so the universe felt that, right? And for maybe for some of you, this Tower moment is not prepared, right? This Tower moment, interesting, you've got the Tower, and what does this look like? A tower, right? But what I'm picking up here too is like, it's very interesting because it's like, for some of you, I feel like you were like, no, I'm done here. So you let the Tower happen, right? As part of your awakening, you tapped into your inner wisdom here, as Pallas Athene says, right? And then for others of you, you were like, no, I don't know, but I hate my life, but I can't, but I this, but I that. Like, you're very like stressed up in your head, right? Analysis paralysis, depressed, anxiety, like a worry wart. And then the universe was like, oh my God, you can't be in this anymore. But instead of you listening to the divine give you these messages, instead of you listening to how the divine was trying to help you in your purpose and move forward in your life, you kept like holding on, maybe because you were scared, maybe because you were trying to find balance, maybe because you were like, I don't know if it's the right time. And then boom, the universe was like, nope, pulling the rug under because it's time. And so maybe parts of you was feeling a little bit afraid, but then the other parts of you are like, oh my God, it's time now. And so you've accepted this new journey in your life. You've accepted and with open arms, right? And because you're moving so quickly into your power, right, into your calling, and healers can be like doctors, nurses, you can work in like a clinic. Healers don't just have to be like spiritual healers. They can be all kinds of healers, right? And so because you are working towards this new goal now, right? You've got the courage from Archangel Michael, the supporting from your team. This has been coming from a very long time. This Roman Empire energy is very much like, I feel it so heavily for you. So let me know in the comments below if you connect with that Roman Empire energy. But what I'm feeling now, like with this life changes that will help you work on your divine life purpose, it's like you've embraced it full throttle and you've been like, you know what, this is the direction that I'm going in and I'm moving forward in my life, and that's just it, right? And people like, sometimes when people come into their power, people that we think are like our friends, our family, our like supporters, our advocates, all of a sudden they're like, whoa, right? Because you intimidate them, right? Your power is intimidating to other people. And so you don't need to prove yourself to these people, okay? Don't prove yourself. Don't waste your energy. Don't waste your time, okay? Because you are on a mission, okay? You are very much called to do higher work here on earth. Okay, let's see what the angel message is. Ask for help from others, okay? As you go on this journey, okay, it's very important for you to connect with other spiritual people, okay? Find a community of spiritual beings, okay? Maybe find a metaphysical store that may have like their own community, or maybe they have some type of what's the word I'm looking for, like a group, or some of you may even be joining like a coven, all that kind of stuff, okay? Then the card you got here from the from the Soul of the Journey, and these are mandalas and also mantras. So I'm going to read you the mantra first, and it says, self-esteem. I possess gifts of the soul that benefit me and others, okay? I'm going to show you the image now. I'm going to walk you through, and I want you to use your third eye and your eyes to really absorb and take in this image, okay? This is very much connected with your awakening, the age of the light, okay? This tower moment, okay? No more living in like poo-poo life, okay? No more of that. Now it's time for you to come in and embrace and enjoy and love, okay, yourself for who you are. This divine being, this journey, okay? Some people might not like it, and that's okay. As long as you do your homework, as long as you ask help from others, right? Whether it be here on the physical world or in the spiritual world, okay? Know that Archangel Michael has your back, okay? And move full force ahead, okay? Learn, education, reading. Reading is power, okay? Knowledge is power. So ready? We're going to go into this image now. So I want you to look at this image very clearly, okay? Tap into your third eye and use your eyes and experience the colors. What does self-esteem mean to you? Where have you given away your power in the past? Where have you not embraced who you are? And now where can you turn around and say that you are powerful, that you are intelligent, that you have a purpose here and a soul that is divinely guided to support the collective in raising the vibration? How and where? Look at all that makes you beautiful. Remember all of you. You are loved, you are worthy, you are valuable. And as I said, that 111 on my clock. Can you see that? Oh my God, no. I can't even show it to you. It says 111. Yes, it's 111 in the morning. Okay. Remember when I said you had a higher calling here? The guidance goddess card that you got is Mau, Mother Earth. You are called upon to help with environmentalism. Of course you are, okay? So maybe that's how you're healing. You're helping to heal the earth. That's beautiful. I love that. Okay, let's take a look at, so these can be, wow. Okay, group number 4, holy bananas. Wow, this is amazing. Okay, wow. Okay, sorry. So these are keepers of the light. These can be like guardian angels, deities, goddesses, gods that are calling to you, okay? So the first one you got was Kalima, facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Honestly, group 4, this is like insane. I think like the divine saved the best for last. Again, I'm not trying to say that the other groups weren't amazing. Everyone had like their beautiful story and their gifts, but wow, okay, wow. Let me show you this. Okay, know that Kalima is with you. If you feel like she is calling on to you, okay, or you know, embrace her, okay. Ask for her help, okay. This very much ties in with those of you that were like not preparing or maybe don't want to experience this this tower moment are like resisting it, but you're watching it come down. Oh, I have to read the cards. Thank you for reminding me, angels. Then you got Mary Magdalene, teacher awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anyone stop you. We talked about this. Those haters here in the Five of Swords, who cares? Bye. You keep on moving forward with the Knight of Wands energy, okay? Celebration, happy times are ahead for you, okay? Mary Magdalene. And then, can we get a thank you from Archangel Michael? Showing up 2 times in your reading group number 4. Wow. If that is not a sign from the divine. Wow. Archangel Michael, trusting heaven, you are safe. Angels, stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Okay? Some of you might get let go from your job. You know, I'm really hoping that that's not the case, but I just heard that. But you'll have resources. You'll have people that are going to help you. And you getting let go from your job, sorry for struggling there to explain that, is actually the gift that the divine is sending you to help propel you forward, okay? Let me read you this Palace of Theme here. I can't believe I forgot to do this. Oh, here they are. Palace Athene. Here. Palace Athene's glyph resembles a spear, which denotes the warrior aspect of the asteroid and can also be linked to a sharp mind and quick movement or mental agility. Ruled by Leo, Libra, and Aquarius. Keywords: wisdom, curiosity, justice, creativity, visualization, courage, and intuition. Very much, you know this. Remember I said this? You know this. So interesting that I'm saying this because I don't have these cards memorized at all. So let me keep reading this, okay? Palace Athene represents the level of intelligence that is creative rather than the active mind. It can be depicted as a flash of insight or sudden inspiration, but also the intelligence that comes from one's perception and the capacity for us to envision a goal. Very much this tower moment. Boom, I'm there. Age of Light. Boom, I'm there. Awakening. Boom, I'm there. Remember I was reading that and I was like, pfft. When I got that message from the crystal, I just felt that so strongly. The astrological correspondence with Leo is manifested. We are in Leo season through the creative process and art such as drawing, design, photography, and the capability to use these crafts as a way to help humanity expand. As a ruler of Libra, Pallas is connected with political matters and represents the feminine hero. She fights for justice and describes the role of an activist, feminist, and acts as the voice to defend small groups that are oppressed. Pallas Athene also represents, through Aquarius, the archetype androgyny and the Kundalini force that leads to enlightenment. Hello, the age of the light, the awakening. The development of one's psychic abilities. Thank you, angels. And the connection with our intuition as well as how we express our practicality and rationality. Wow. Wow, you guys, this is so crazy. I mean, I'm not surprised. I asked the angels very clearly to provide me with these insane, beautiful messages for you all. I'm just more like, how in alignment in this reading? And they've all been, but this is just, to me, is next level, okay? And the last one, for those of you that have potentially been single, okay, you're going to be experiencing some type of happiness, perhaps at a celebration, but I really feel like right now your energy is focused on this shift that is happening, this awakening, this moment here of you, boom, coming into your power, okay? Switching the switch from this, mundane corporate life, and I don't want to say that, that's unfair. This maybe sleeping energy, right? To awaken, boom. Okay, for others of you, spending time getting to know your partner that you're with right now will give you the opportunity to see if there's someone that's going to continue on in the journey with you. And for others of you, this is very much about revealing your innermost selves to each other, deepens your bond. So it's about sharing, hey, I'm going through this experience. So if you're talking to somebody, if you're single and you're dating, let them know, I'm going through this, I'm going through my awakening, and see how they react. See if they embrace it, or see if they're not about that life, because you'll know very quickly if they're coming with you or if you're leaving them behind. All right, group number 4, that is your reading, and that wraps up the spirit messages for August. Please let me know what you thought of this in the comments below. I would love to hear from all of you. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Comment, like, and share this video, please. If you're interested in a private reading, shoot me an email. It's in the description box below. That's all I have for today. We'll see you later, alligator. Peace out.